Okay, everybody. Hello, everybody. Uh, Welcome back to the Create tutorial series. This is Basic Create. This has no additions. It's just the main mod pack, or not even a mod pack, the main Create mod. Um, I do technically have a few other mods in the little pack that I'm making to do these tutorials, but they are not additions to Create or anything else. Basically, just the free cam mod, essential, where I can look my best, and the zeros maps and mini maps. But other than that, let's begin the actual tutorial. Today's topic is power. And to actually look at each of these, we are going to need these engineer's goggles. Engineer's goggles are crafted with two pieces of glass of any kind, a golden sheet, which is made just like the iron sheets in the previous episode, but with a gold bar instead, and a piece of string. It can be crafted in a crafting table or automatically crafted in this, but that's usually only a necessary thing if you do a create mod multiplayer world, aka server, and you're supplying all new players with them by automatically crafting them and having them set in a storage specifically for new players on your server. Otherwise, this is kind of overkill just to create something that's pretty basic and pretty helpful from the beginning. So we're going to actually put that on. So now, well, let me take it back off for a second. See, right now, I looked at this water wheel. This is all I'd see. If I put the goggles on, I get to see that it's a generator, and it's generating 256 kinetic energy at its current speed, which this is its only speed. Um, and that's alone all the power it'll ever create. SU or stress units is what each machine requires to power it. The next item we have is the big water wheel or large water wheel, which produces 512 stress units. But as you can see, this one rotates a little faster than the large version. And that's because the small version has a higher RPM to it. And these two are your cheapest power producing items, both requiring pretty much the same thing. Let me go ahead and show you in here. But the small water wheel requires a single shaft and then being surrounded by wood. The large one requires the small one being made, put in the center, and then surrounded by wood again, or planks rather. And that crafts both of these. You can actually speed this up by throwing one of these in here and giving it water in this kind of formation. Don't matter what side you put the water on. The only difference that changes is the direction it'll rotate. Alright, our next items are windmill bearings. Windmills. Uh, these are the three types of materials you can use for windmill bearings. one that uses wool and only wool, which is your cheapest method. Each of these require 8 to start them up. So really, I could have not done those extra 4 on this or this. But 8 to start it up. If you do straight wool, you'll also have to use super glue to activate the windmill bearing. These two, the ones that's using the sail and the sail frame, these two things are crafted in different ways. Let's just search it out here real quick. The sail is made from 2 sticks, a piece of andesite, and any piece of wool, and gives you 2 sails. Or you can set a sail frame into your crafting window, even if it's your inventory window, and make a sail out of it. Or to make the frame, you just take a normal sail and throw it in your inventory. Craft. So basically, if I took one of each of these, take myself out of this mode. So let's not do that. Let's just grab the crafting table. So basically, I can make that from there and that from there. But like I said, these require 8, so if I take out those 4, it'll still start up and rotate. It'll just be a little slower than it with them. Let's actually reset that and go ahead and put these back on. As you can see, these don't require glue to function. They attach to each other. This one requires super glue, though, because it's a base block. Alright, now for our last sources of power. These are the most advanced forms of power that you get. So basically, these are your base starting game. These are your mid game. These are mid to late game. Basically, you use a lot of copper in the creation of these. This little creative fluid tank, just imagine it as an infinite water source, which you can do from just having a line of 3 pieces of water and having this pump out the middle one and into the tank. That part don't matter. The size of these tanks increases how much power they can put out, as well as the more engines on them, because these combine to be their power, essentially. But you can use campfires or soul campfires for a passive boiler, or you can also do a passive boiler with just blaze burners. But if you fuel those blaze burners with any fuel, I'm using lava in this instance because it's also easy to automate. It's no longer a passive boiler, it becomes a regular boiler level 4 with this capacity. And you see how much stress units it jumps up. Passive only does a little over 2,000. Level 4 does 65,536 stress units off of one of these. Which to actually activate this, you would take a shaft stick it there, and it would start doing motion, like so. But you can also interconnect these. Only reason you can't interconnect that one from that one is change in speed based off of the strength. Alright, and then the very last one is via superheated blazes, which you can do with blaze cakes or several other things. It's still a level 4, but that's because of the size of the water. The heat is actually way higher. Well, yeah, way higher on this one than that one. See how the heat is a 4 there, and over here it's an 8, actually. But because of the size and the water, it's not able to do anything more than the 4. If I made this bigger, which you can make these tanks in a 3x3 pattern. So up to there. I didn't see the seam pop up. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. About 40 or so blocks tall. But it's letting me make a single one. That was the max size, not boiler, but max size tank. Let's go ahead and just clear this out real quick. All right, there we go. But yeah, basically these are every type of power source you can have. And you use power sources to power your machines to actually create things. So next episode, we're going to make our first basic, not a contraption, because a contraption's a different thing, but we're going to make our first mechanism to actually start producing items. So I will see y'all next episode. I hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, hit the like button below. If you want to see more from me, hit subscribe. And I will catch you later in the next video. Bye-bye.